They say Iran will no longer be surprised by the purchase of this weapon. News has arrived that Israel's dominance over the Middle East sky will soon end. But how? Israel considers itself the absolute owner of the Middle East sky. This is due to its modern air force. That's why its fighter jets fly freely and have repeatedly violated the airspace of Iran and other countries and returned safely to base. Now, on Flayman, the sky may not be safe for them because a new threat from the Far East is approaching. Yes, a giant bird from China that Western military experts have dubbed Iron Eye. This aircraft is neither a fighter jet nor a bomber, but a flying airborne command center. A bird that can change the equation of war and break the myth of Israel's air superiority, turning their air attacks into a high-risk gamble. Join me in this program to see what features this aircraft has.
How it will help Iran against Israel, and whether it will be linked to defense systems or not, and what changes will generally occur in Iran's military with the entry of this weapon. Well, this strange and very efficient aircraft is called KG-3000, which is built on the basis of the Y-20 heavy transport aircraft. Its body is 47 meters long. Its wingspan is 50 meters. Its maximum takeoff weight is 200 tons. Its flight ceiling is more than 12 kilometers, and its flight endurance is also good, meaning it stays in the sky for 10 to 12 hours. Of course, it can also refuel in the air. Inside this command bird, 12 to 15 people, from pilots and radar officers to communications engineers, work. The speed of this aircraft is 830 kilometers per hour. In simple terms, if Iran is equipped with such a bird, for the first time it will have a flying radar umbrella with continental coverage. Now, what do you think makes this aircraft unique? The main secret lies in the huge and large radar dome mounted on the body, a dual-band radar with 360 degrees coverage. This radar can detect stealth fighters like the F-22 and F-35 at a range of 350 to 400 kilometers. It can also identify conventional fighters like the F-16 or F-15 at a range of 600 to 1,000 kilometers, and also detect strategic bombers at a range of 1,500 kilometers and simultaneously track more than 100 targets. As you can see, its features are very high and suitable for Iran's geography. This means that every flight of Israeli fighter jets will be trackable from the moment of takeoff. If this special aircraft enters Iran, it will be a blow to Israel's doctrine. Because for decades, Israel's military doctrine has been based on surprise and absolute air superiority. Operation Opera in 1981 against Iraq and the attack on Syria in 2007 were both based on this. Even now, they attack other countries based on this. But the important question is, when a bird can detect an F-35 from a distance of 400 kilometers, will it still be surprised or not? If Iran acquires such a system, any Israeli air attack will be cancelled at the moment of flight before reaching the target. This means the end of Israel's historical air superiority. Well, now it's interesting to know that Iron Eye not only detects, but also commands. For example, sending data to other fighter jets and, most importantly, direct connection to ground-based defense systems such as Bavar-373, S-300, and many others. This strange and interesting bird creates an integrated command and control network. Let me give you an example. Imagine this bird has entered Iran and is flying over Kerman or Hamadan. At that moment, it provides its data to systems like Bavar-373 and others, or even the possible HQ-9B that will be transferred to Iran in the future. Now, maybe it won't be, I don't know, but if it is, it's very attractive. This means that the systems are ready to fire before the Israeli fighter jet approaches the border because their target has been identified. Now, do you think Israel can even think of a preemptive strike with such a network? You can comment on this part of the article for me here. Of course, keep in mind that the US and Israel will probably try to disrupt the radar system of this bird with cyber attacks. But reports say the KG-3000 is equipped with a quantum communication network. That is, it is designed to be resistant even to hacking and electronic jamming. In any case, Iran can guide the battle from an altitude of 12,000 meters. This is very ideal. In such circumstances, not only fighter jets but also low-altitude cruise missiles will be identified and revealed. You see how much this aircraft with this technology upgrades Iran's military power? Of course, this Iron Giant is not flawless. This giant bird is a large target in itself and creates a very high radar signature in the sky. In real wars, the number one priority will be destruction by the enemy. That is, the enemy will first come to hit this large aircraft. This bird ultimately requires constant escort by fighter jets and is somewhat vulnerable, especially against electronic warfare and cyber warfare. But still, the fact that Israel is forced to calculate such scenarios in every attack means that Iran's deterrence will be much more successful. If this bird enters Iran, Iran will for the first time gain the ability to detect and command stealth aircraft. Israel's air superiority will be threatened. The US must redesign its air presence in the region, and a new arms race in the Middle East will begin. But the answers to several key questions are currently unknown. Can Iran really buy the Iron Eye, or is this just psychological warfare? If the Iron Bird becomes operational, can Israel counter it? Will a day come when Iran's sky turns into a deadly trap? Look friends, Iron Eye is not just a simple aircraft, it is a game changer. If it ever flies over Iran, no fighter jet, not even the F-35, will be hidden anymore. And that day may be the first time in recent decades that Israel's dominance over the Middle East sky will end. I would be happy if you also comment your analysis below for me and other friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you like the video, be sure to like it, as it gives our team immense energy. Thank you.